Great. I'm joined by Daly, our strategy coach. Danny, great win against Carlton on the weekend. What was the most pleasing aspect for you?
I think it was just a all-round good team performance. Like our offence, defence and neutral ball was all very good on the day. And I think the fact that we were consistent over the 4 quarters, won 4 quarters on the scoreboard and contested ball, it was just a good result, yeah.
Chris Fagan spoke of players' selflessness in the post-match press conference, particularly Eric Hipwood. Although he kicked 6 goals, he was most pleased with his selfless approach. How can you describe what that is to the everyday fan?
Yeah, look, I think it's just one thing we've been working on as a footy club. Trying to get better over the journey is being selfless rather than selfish. I suppose by that we mean opportunities to get your teammates involved in the game by giving first hands or blocking or just doing the team things that's required for a team to be successful. I think if you look at the good teams in the competition, like the Tigers, for example, they just have an approach of being do whatever you can for your teammates. So it's something we've been trying to instill in our group in the last 5-6 weeks. It's starting to come to fruition a lot more, and I think Hippie had a big emphasis on it this week. Last couple of weeks he's probably been pulled up a few times for not giving off handballs when he should, etc. But to his credit, he did that on the weekend and was still able to kick 6 goals. So I think Fagan just wanted to point out that even though he kicked 6 goals, it was the real teamwork stuff that he did, which was more impressive for us.
Great. And just talking about goal kicking, our accuracy since the bye has gone up by quite a bit. Before it was 45% and now it's 56%.
Yeah, I think one of the things we've been able to do is mark the footy inside 50 a lot closer to goal over the last month. I think we had 24 marks inside 50 on the weekend. So I think getting ground position is really important for your score accuracy, but also, like anything in footy, you try and work on things that aren't going well. And, over the last month, Jed Adcock, who looks after our goal kicking, is putting a lot more emphasis into our goal kicking at training, practicing from basically where we're missing shots on game day. And it's come to fruition in the last couple of weeks where our score accuracy has gone right up to AFL 2 or 3 in the last couple of weeks. So it's been a good performance by him.
And Dan McStay's had a special coach in town the last few weeks to help him with his goal kicking routine? Yeah,
Dave Eldred's come along and spent a bit of time with him over the last couple of weeks. He obviously did some work with Johnny Wilkinson in the English team a while ago now, but he built up a little bit of a relationship with Chris Fagan over the last month, and he's just come down to probably spend half an hour a week with him. Nothing too big, but just enough to help Dan in his approach to goal kicking, so it's been good.
Great, and just on another note, we had 150 more disposals than Carlton on the weekend. What do you think that's down to?
I think it's just our ability to win the ball in the back half and then, get a lot of uncontested marks, get the game played on our terms, so to speak. We were able to move their defence quite a bit and just, chip the ball around a bit and get the game on our terms. So a little bit of that. They probably defended a bit deep as well, so we were able to take space with our kicks and uncontested marks. So a little bit of their defence as well as our good offence, yeah.
And just we've got Hawthorn again this weekend down in Tassie. We played them in round 9 and had a good win. But how do you think we've actually developed now that it's round 17 in that time?
Yeah, I think we've obviously developed a lot more in a lot more areas. We're obviously very good on that day, and it was our first win for the season. But since then, obviously our defence has got a little bit tighter and we're moving the ball a lot better and our stoppage work's improved. So we're improving every week. So whilst that was 8 or 9 weeks ago and we look back on that a little bit as to what we did, we're a bit of a different side at the moment, and I'm sure Hawthorn will do a little bit of work on us, but we've just got to go out there and do what we've been doing the last couple of weeks.
Great. And we obviously had our pre-season camp down in Tasmania at the start of the season. Do you think that will help us this weekend?
Oh, no doubt. We trained on there the last couple of years, 2 or 3 sessions each time, so the boys are familiar with the ground, familiar with the size. We obviously did some full ground drills down there as well. So, yeah, we've got a bit of familiarity, more so than any other team that's played down there. So, also staying there as well. As I said, we were there for a week at a time. So, we should be acclimatised, even though it's a little bit warmer in summer. We still get a feel of what it's like down there.
Great. Well, hopefully heaps of the Tassie fans come up down to Launceston to watch us play.
Hopefully a lot of Brisbane Lions Tassie supporters come down to watch us play. But, it should be good. Hopefully we do get a big crowd there, and it's another big challenge for the playing group, and it'd be good to get 3 in a row.
Great. Thanks so much for joining us, Danny.
Thank you for having me, Josie.